Alrighty, we're here at Kuku's Beauty Supply and we're walking in, getting a tour of the store. When you first walk in, we have the Faith It Till You Make It merchandise, our roll of jewelry, and there's Kuku.
That's me. Hi. Hello, my name is Kuku Rose. I'm the owner of Kuku's Beauty Supply Store. I have two locations. One is in Washington, D.C. and another one is in Silver Spring, Maryland.
And so what do we have on this back wall here?
These are earrings.
Did you make all of these?
No, not all of them, but I hand painted some of them and I wrapped these ones. These are the ones I make. I hand paint some of these ones. Yeah.
Alright, and then we come along the store here. What all do you sell at your beauty supply?
I sell hair and just everything, beauty, hair, skin products. Like, so as you can see, these are weaving hair, nail polish, just stuff, that people use on a day-to-day basis for braiding and weaving. So these are some of the things that I sell. I sell, knick-knack, rollers, hair accessories, brushes, combs. Yeah.
And how long have you been in business for again?
Oh, 6 years.
6 years.
Yes, but I have my store for 5 years.
All right.
Yes. And we have stuff for both men and women, so it's not just all women stuff in here. We have men's sections, beard oils, hair oil, just stuff that men use on a day-to-day basis. Yeah. And we have a salon where we get hair done in here. So in here we do hair and makeup. So yeah. At Kuku's Beauty Supply, it's a one-stop shop. Come and get everything done.
All right, and where are we at right now?
Oh, this is the TheKukusNest. As you can see, you see right there on the wall, it says the TheKukusNest. And here is it's a space that I provide to the community, and people can come in here to get training, and entrepreneurship training, and just, mentorship. We do pop-up shops in here for other small businesses. So yeah, and we do photo shoots, podcast. We do a lot of things in there. Come by. We do have a lot of fun in here.
Where are you from and how would you describe the atmosphere there?
Oh, I'm from Liberia, West Africa, and I was born and raised there. The atmosphere in Liberia is really warm and family oriented. Growing up in Liberia as a child, it was all about the community. Everybody was mostly like family. When you're growing up with your friends and, in the neighborhood, we all like cousins.
Yeah.
So it was kind of hard.
Everybody looked out for one another.
Yeah. If you misbehave, a neighbor
could check you
check you before you get home.
What made you decide to move to the U.S.?
Moving to the U.S., it was not my decision after all. It was my parents. My mom came here because during the war in Liberia, we had a 20-year war. And during the war, people migrated. So she came over and she was able to, bring us over. 5 for me and my siblings. And we were able to come through that process.
That's good. And what are some of the things that you brought with you?
Oh, I brought my values. Like growing up, I was taught to be mindful of how you treat others and just, helping. Because in Africa, especially in Liberia, I'm not sure of other parts of Africa, but in Liberia, you were taught to
look out for
your neighbors, be there for one another. So yeah, I brought those things. That's why I'm always like, when you come in, have you ever been in here and see just me?
It's never just you.
Yeah,
it's never just Kuku in the shop.
It's always like 4 or 5 people in here at a time. And, not really shopping, but just having conversation. And that's what I like about it.
Before you moved to this country, what was your perception of it?
Before I moved to the United States, I actually thought there was no sand, no dirt on the street. Everybody here were rich, clean. There was no homeless because that's what we were taught, and that's the pictures we see from back home and the videos and shows we watched. We didn't see any dirt until I came here. That's when we see the real true America. However, it's still, I'm still grateful to be here because if it wasn't for me being here, some of the values and some of the things that I've learned so far, I don't know if I would have learned it. And some of the people that I've met, I would have met them in Africa. So yes, I'm grateful.
And that perception has definitely changed
Oh
since you've
yeah.
gotten
Oh
here,
yeah.
and you've come to like realize that there are a lot more things that you didn't really get to see like represented on like TV and movies and stuff like when you were
Yes,
growing up.
yes. I didn't get to see a lot more black people being like worthy,
Hmm.
and black people. I mean, when I say black, because almost all of the movies when I was growing up watching it was mostly white
White
people.
people.
Yes, I didn't really get to see a lot of blacks in movies.
Hmm.
One or two movies, there were, but most of the time it was mostly white people. So coming here and seeing black people being represented in a good way
Hmm.
was really good, because most time in a movie black people were either homeless. When I remember watching Coming to America back home,
Hmm.
yeah, black people were either homeless or just doing not so well.
Oh yeah.
But being here and seeing that encouraged me and made me to push myself more to be
Successful.
successful, just to represent my people. Yes.
And when you started your own business, what were some of the difficulties that you faced?
Oh yes, cash flow.
Cash flow.
Yeah, because I started my business by myself. I
Hmm.
didn't have any help. Like, I'm not from a rich family, so every penny I use into this business, or either from my credit card or money I saved when I was working. So it was nothing like someone hand
Handed
over
it
to
to
me.
you.
And doing this business as a solopreneur, it was even really really hard, because I did everything by myself. I had to come to the store and open the store. When I closed up the store, I had to go and drive Ubers, live, DoorDash. I had to do that, and sometimes I would do that early in the morning before I even open up the store. So it has been really it's been quite a journey,
That's
but
it.
I'm grateful because I have learned to appreciate things that I didn't know before. So yeah.
What does it mean to you to be a success story, and do you think you've reached success?
You know what? I know success can be defined in so many different ways, but yes, I will consider myself successful, not looking at my bank account because it's always overdraft. Yeah, as I'm sitting here right now, I still true. I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow.
Right.
However, being successful in a way where I was able to build my business to this level,
Hmm.
single. When I say single, not because I don't have a man or anything, but just doing it on my own
Yeah.
made me feel successful. I have two locations. Where do you see that? This is not something I could have accomplished if it's not for my faith or having the people around me, like people like you that come around to do stuff like this.
Hmm.
I didn't see this coming. So
Yeah.
I consider this. I consider myself to be successful, because if it's not the fact that I have built myself to this level, I wouldn't have met you. I
Yeah.
wouldn't have met Lily to introduce me to you. So there are so many ways people would define success, which is through money, but I would define success as pushing through versus just pushing through. Yes,
Yes.
yeah, exactly.
Do you believe in the American dream, and how does one know if they've reached it?
The word American dreams, I think a lot of people just use it loosely,
Hmm.
because it's there to say, like people will say, oh, I'm an entrepreneur, but yeah, the American dream is not for the faint of heart. You have to be able to get up every day. You can be a mother and still living the American dream. You can
Hmm.
be a single parent still, living the American dream. So everyone, I get proud to people out here who are not doing what I'm doing, and I consider them living the American dream, because just waking up, to push through,
Hmm.
seeing how hard life can be sometimes. Yeah. So yes,
Exactly.
I am living the American dream, because I'm able to get up every day and inspire someone. I'm able to get up every day and help someone. I open up this space just for people to be able to come in and make purchases. That's the American dream. Like, I was close and that lady just came in,
Hmm.
even though it was after the hour. But hey, I was able to help her. So I consider those things like living the American dream. The fact that I'm able to be there for others.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my American dream.
So, for our final question, if you could offer some advice to people trying to start a life in this country, what would it be?
Advice for life in this country.
Hmm.
You mean people who are
Who are
already
moving,
here or
people who
moving?
are about to come here, people who just got here, people are still trying to figure it
Are they
out.
still letting people come in? It's the last time I checked. I mean, okay, because I don't know. But yeah, people who want to come here or people who want to do what I'm doing,
Hmm.
I'll tell you to go for it. It's not going to be easy, but it's going to be worth it. And there's nothing like failure. It's just you starting over. You know, and believing in yourself, having faith in yourself. Like a lot of times, like even for myself. I have always been afraid to get started. I remember, whew, like it was yesterday, when I thought about opening my own store, it was no joke. I was so afraid. And one of the things that pushed me, I remember I was dating a guy that did not believe in me. When I said I wanted to start my business, he laughed at me. I remember, and he was like, "Oh, you need, you got IT degree. You should go and work for the government first, and then at least give it 2 years, and then you can start." And now he turns around to congratulate me.
Mm.
So those things, you know, out there, because there are so many people that will tell you you cannot do it. There are so many, yourself will tell yourself that you cannot do it. Because many times I tell myself I cannot do it. But I'm telling you, if you have faith, if you believe in yourself, if you have trust, you don't have to know how it's going to happen. Just you don't have to think about, oh, how am I going to do it? Just go ahead and get started. You can get started with online. When I first started my business, this is what I started with: hot sauce. I started with pepper sauce. I would go to pop-up shops and sell pepper sauce. I started with my jewelry. I was making hoops earrings, making beaded earrings. I just knew I wanted to do business. I just didn't know what I wanted to do. That was way before the store. I didn't know what I wanted to do. But when my friend told me, I made sauce and all of them were like, it's good, it's good. I was like, okay, this is my business. I started with this. So don't be afraid to get started. What I'm doing right now is just by the grace of God that I keep going, and He has been sending the right people my way. And I would tell anyone, keep going.